What's up, my dude? So this is my new custom track called Space Beach, and before I even get started, let me just go ahead and kind of explain what vibe I was on when I was making this track. So go type in YouTube a song called This Night by Philo, F-I-L-O, and Perry, or Peri or something like that, P-E-R-I, featuring Audrey Gallagher. And it's the Max Graham remix. And listen to the first 2 minutes of that song on repeat. I think the song is like 7.5 minutes long, but just listen to the first 2 minutes. And every time it gets to 2 minutes, play it back over again. And you'll kind of get an idea of what I was going through when I was making this track right here. So in the combination of that song and designing this track, I'm telling you, that's the only way I can make these tracks the way that I do. Whenever you find trance and progressive house and techno music, it'll change your life, dude. I'm telling you, it's just, that is epic music. You can't get it any more epic than that. You just can't. And when you combine it with an epic track, it's just like, oh, that is my paradise. That is my trance. That is Spencer Turley's, like, that's how I disappear from the world. That's how I go somewhere. That music and building custom tracks takes me somewhere. And that's, I really started thinking, like, what is my purpose in life? What am I doing? What's all this all about? And it all starts to really make sense to me whenever I realize, like, my custom tracks, and I know this is going to sound cheesy, and I get it, and I understand, but like in a real sense, just understand where I'm coming from, because I put in a large portion of my life into this. It takes a long time, and all the custom tracks I've made, it is just, it's become a chunk of my life, and I'll always be able to look back and go, wow, that's what I created, that's what I did, and the whole reason for it is, and I think this is the purpose of my life, this is why I'm here, it's to allow other people to look at the things I make and go, well, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can do that. Just the unimaginable becoming reality. That's all there is to it, and that's what I hope to achieve. I hope that my custom tracks can take people somewhere, completely somewhere other than their current world. I just hope my tracks have the ability to do that. I know they do for me, but I hope they do for other people. I hope they have the ability to actually make you totally forget that you're even in this current life. It totally takes you somewhere else. I hope it does that. And I don't know if it does. I'm just saying, I've made a bunch of these crazy tracks, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are fun, some of them are too hard, some of them are boring, and I get it, and I understand, but, like, if I can just achieve that ability to make you think, like, wow, wow, I never thought you could combine tropical with space, with dimension tracks, and rainforest tracks. The list goes on and on and on and on of the tracks that I've made. I just hope one day that, somebody 50 years from now can look back on it and just maybe be like, wow, man, that's crazy. So maybe I can do this. See what I'm saying? And that's why I like galaxy stuff so much. A lot of people may not understand this, but it's not just because it looks cool. It's because of what it represents. It represents the impossible. What you're looking at nighttime is impossible. It's infinity. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, it really is the impossible, and it's real. That's what's so amazing about it. It's all real. Don't let the world tell you you can't do it. Don't. Because I'm telling you right now, anything is possible. And I just hope that I can, convey that to some people out there with my custom tracks, through my custom tracks. I hope that, and I know some of them are so crazy and da-da-da-da-da, whatever, and I risk that for the people. And don't be afraid to voice your opinions about things. Don't be afraid to say what you mean about something. This day and age, people are so scared of backlash, don't worry about it, dude. Like, life is too short, period. It's too short. Just live. You're alive, man. Think about that. Like, you're alive right now. Quit watching this video. Just go download the track and ride it, dude. Go listen to that song. Go ride the track. Everything else I can say about the track is just pointless in comparison to what you could experience by just riding on it. Just go experience it, man. That's all. And I started to really think about that. And I know I have funny comedy videos and all that. And this video is going to seem like, oh, Spencer's all serious mode. And I get it. I get it, dog. Okay? But I like, from a real sense, if you understood how many nights and how many days I just sat in front of a computer just figuring out how to even make a track. I didn't even watch tutorial videos. I learned how to do all of that. How to do the coding and all that stuff. I just learned that all on my own. And it took me so long. And then just getting to the point where I could figure out how to make the tracks decently enough. And then making these crazy different designs and having the imagination to do it. And all of the hours on all of those tracks. Putting all those together. It just, most people don't understand it. They'll never get it. And that's why I guess it's a little more serious for me. And it's the same way with just my YouTube channel in general. The amount of time when you look back, it's like, I mean, that's a part of my life now. That's a big chunk of my life that I've spent putting into all this. So, but I think it's just so cool that, like, I've made these space tracks and stuff, and I always wear the Galaxy gear. But now you guys see why the Galaxy thing is my thing. It's not just because it looks cool. A lot of people wear it just because it looks cool, but I feel like Galaxy is a part of me. Like that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? And it just represents the impossible. And it's not like it's this big fake thing that we don't really know if it's real or not or whatever. Like, go outside at night, dude. It's not a joke. You get what I'm saying? So, either way, I know I just spilled a bunch of crazy stuff, and a lot of you guys are probably like, what is Spencer talking about? He has smoked way too much wacky tobacco, but it's just, you get to a certain, like, point with it where it's like you have to kind of look back and reflect on everything that you've done and kind of think about why you're really doing it, I guess, is what comes down to it. And I get the most joy out of just simply the thought of maybe, just maybe, and it's not even like somebody will see my stuff and directly go do something with it. It's just the fact that it opens people's mind a little bit. Like, you can do something. Don't just think, oh man, that's too hard to do, or oh man, it's never been done, I can't do it. I don't think you can do it. I don't think it's possible. Don't even think twice about it. You just got to do it. Get out there and do it. Quit watching this video. Go do it. Whatever you want to do. And it's just about opening your mind in that sense. And as long as some people get inspired by that, I've done my whole purpose for life. You know, I figured out why I'm here. That's it. That's the whole reason. So this is Space Beach right here, and this is pretty much my favorite two things combined. So we have tropical, kind of like waterfalls and stuff mixed with a space background. So yeah, this is pretty much Spencer Turley right here. If you can't really get it any closer than this. I mean, this is what the two things I'm known for, the tropical and the space. So it's combined here. And just a fun sand track and I haven't really made a solid sand track ever before on MX Simulator. I haven't made this is probably the closest thing I've made to Southwick or something like that in my entire custom track making career. So a bunch of different lines in some of these corners. Some of them are just more standard sand berm style corners where it's just kind of like two different options. But yeah, I've been putting a lot of work into it, man, and I know, trust me, I understand some parts of the track are a little more basic or a little this and a little that, I understand, and at this point, I'm just making what I want to make. It doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter like all the other, I'm not trying to make the perfect best track in the entire world ever. I don't set out to do that. I just hop on here and make something. I make what my mind creates, and that's it. And that's all I'm going to start doing in the future. I'm not even going to, because see, when you get it in your head like, okay, I have to make this perfect track, and there's all this pressure, and it's like, oh my God, you can't even make a track at that point, you know? So, like, I'm done with that whole aspect of it. Like, just trying to make a certain thing. I'm just going to make tracks, man, and have fun doing it. And that's all I can do. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it. There's not a whole lot to say here. I mean, it's just a sand track. The different water sections are not actually any slicker than the rest of the track, so that's something to let you guys know. I felt like it was kind of sand, really is able to soak up the water pretty good, so it wouldn't be as slick. And I just wanted to make something a little bit different. I know on most of my tracks, I actually make the water sections a lot slicker, but with this one, I just have the entire track is one filling of sand. So it's a fairly deep filling sand, not too crazy, but it is, you can definitely tell it kind of bogs down the bike a little bit more and has that just hold it wide open in a corner and flow all the way around it filling. So a couple more waterfall sections here, and then it trickles all the way down the track. I love that look right there with that light blue in the sand. That looks so good, dude. But yeah, like this corner right here is pretty basic, just completely smooth, hold it wide open. There's obviously some fantasy added into this track, if you couldn't tell already. I don't know, is it really fantasy, or have we just not discovered a planet like this yet? You never know, man. That's what's so fucking cool about galaxy stuff. That's what's so intriguing and people just don't understand. Like, most people just, it's like, oh yeah, galaxy, cool, it looks cool, you know, but they don't think about it. They don't understand it, like, in a deeper sense. Like, this right here could actually be real life. It could be real life, dude. Think about the solar systems and the stars out there so far away, and a lot of people don't think, like, those are real places. If it wasn't for being too cold or hot or all the different elements like that, you could go land on those planets and it would be 10 million times the size of Earth. Just imagine that in your mind. Actually landing on a planet in real life, some random planet that nobody's ever been to before, and it's 10,000 times the size of Earth. Just think about that for a second. Like, is that not just... Ugh, man, it just blows my mind every time I think about it. It's a lot of people think of like space and stuff in a very cartoon sci-fi sense, like, oh, that's not really real, you know, oh, that's just, we seen it in Star Wars and all this other stuff, Star Trek and whatnot. But when you think about it in a real sense, like, that's when it gets interesting to me. That's when it's like, whoa, dude, like, you think about how big the state of Texas is, or the state of California or Florida or whatever, and that's just one little speck on this planet. And there's planets out there that are thousands, I mean thousands times bigger than this planet. And that's just what we've been able to see. We don't even know what's even further out than that. It's further than the deepest we can see. It's infinity, people, and it's real. It's real life. That's the biggest thing I'm trying to get to you. Like, it's out there. It's real. It's not fake. That this galaxy stuff and this space stuff and all of this, it's not just a big hoax. It's not just this like mystery like just in the movies. This shit is real, dude. This is real life. It's just as real as the trees and the lakes and the ponds that you're looking at outside of your house right now. It's just as real as that. It's like, man, that's what I live for, dude. It's stuff like that. And so if you ever see me with Galaxy, just remember, there's a deeper meaning to it. There's deeper, it's push the boundaries. Galaxy is the infinity and boundaries, and that's what life is. There is no boundaries or limits, or there's no limit to anything you can do or create or make or whatever you want to do in your life, man. So if I can ever get that across to people, I'll be happy with my life. So anyways, enjoy the track, guys. Sorry for that like super deep space rant. Just had to kind of get that across to some people, but yeah, this is just what I love to do, man. This is what I enjoy probably more than anything. This is Spencer Turley right here, dude. Some of these sections are pretty tough. Like this one right here, it's kind of like a double motocross style section, and if you come up short or you mess up on it, you can't really jump like out of it. You can't like double out of it if you mess up. So just be aware of that. You're going to have to like start rolling through these if you mess up on any one of the doubles. But most of the other sections are fairly simple as far as like if you come up short, you're going to at least be able to survive it. And some of these different decals, I try to like combine grass decals with the sand in areas. As you can see like that right there. Some places got the bushes on the side. This is not the final draft. I've got just a couple little more things to do, but I will have the link out by the time I put this video out. Just got a couple little more decal placement stuff, so if you see anything just a little bit off, it will be fixed. But it's basically finished. I mean, this is the finished product as far as the jumps and everything like that. Just the little baby stuff I got to work on a little bit. So inside lines here. But yeah, I've got 3 or 4 more custom tracks, about 80% done. So those will be coming out pretty soon. And just letting you guys know on my Snapchat, Instagram, and all that different stuff, I will be posting like updates of my custom track building. So if you don't have me added on Snapchat or Twitter, I'm going to start tweeting some crazy cool stuff, and Instagram and stuff like that. It's just Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. And this is not just me trying to plug this in right here. This is me like straight up telling you I'm actually going to start using that stuff. And I think it's cool because with me, I don't just want to be like this famous dude that, you know, has all these followers and never talks to any of them. Like, all of my subscribers, I feel like, are my dudes, like my buddies. So, I mean, if you send me a Snapchat that you're at a Supercross race or something, I'm really going to start trying to reply to that and be like, oh, that's cool, dude, or whatever. Like, I want to actually communicate with all you guys out there. So, and I think it's cool. It's like actually having friends more so than just subscribers. I actually want to have friends with you guys. Like, I know that probably sounds so lame and weird, and it's like, what? So somebody that has 5,000 subscribers wants to be friends with his subscribers? That's so crazy. I can't believe it. You know, most time people, they'll just like barely reply, or it's like not even a reply or whatever. You know, they're like on this higher caliber and they don't really become friends with these people. But I feel like it's important because you guys are my fans. But it's like, I don't even look at you as just a fan. I look at you as like a friend. So yeah, definitely add me on all that stuff. And if you have PlayStation Network or Xbox Live or Steam, if I get on there and I happen to be playing a certain game and you're on there at the same time, we may hop in a server together and play, whatever it may be. It may be like Call of Duty or whatever. If No Man's Sky gets a multiplayer or a new motocross game, even something like that. And my name for all that stuff is Spencer Turley, no space, no capital. So you guys can add me there as well. And I will add all you guys as friends, and we can party up sometime. But yeah, guys, so sorry for the little bit more serious video here. We'll be getting back to that comedy pretty soon, but I think it's just important to have a kind of a combination of a little bit of everything. I think is good at times. And you'll notice on this track, like certain areas, I've really picked where I place my trees and billboards and how the track is kind of laid out. Like in certain areas, like right here when you come around this first corner, I didn't want to put a bunch of trees like right here, or it would block this really cool, let me show you. So you kind of come around this corner, see like right there, I need to put a decal there. So a couple little things I need to fix up before I actually get it finished, but the link will be in the description of this video when it comes out. So, but yeah, so like right when you come around this corner, see you see that star over there. And if I put too many trees right there, then it would block that out. So there's just little elements like that that you'll notice that I kind of did. There's another place over here. Let me just show you guys real quick on this. Let's see if I can get around here. So basically, like when you come around this one corner and then you jump off of this, got some ruts going up the face of that, but you see how there's really no trees right here. It's just kind of like grass billboards, so it just gives it a completely different look than some of these other sections way over here that are a little bit more tree heavy. So you'll kind of notice some little things like that I did just to make it look different in areas and combinations of some different stuff. So I thought it was cool. But yeah, there's actually a cross lane section right here. I need to explain this real quick. So you go straight right here, and then you come all the way around the track. It's pretty simple, and then you land off of this jump, and then you just go right through the water right here. So once you do a couple laps on it, you'll learn it. It's actually pretty simple. But other than that, yeah, just a fun sand track. Berm, high speed, 6 gear tapped out. Just cool track, man.